I am never flying your airline. Are you out of your damned mind? That's crazy. I ain't flying that. You'd be crazy to fly that airline. Corporate America's embrace of wokeness, it's going to boomerang on them in a major way. And it's happening across the spectrum because, again, these ships are slow to turn. These corporate ships, they're very slow to turn. And once they've decided to steer into the headstorm that is wokeness, it's going to take them a while to get out of it, and not easily, because they've decided to surrender themselves to the alligator, hoping they will be eaten last. This leads to the most bizarre corporate endorsement of wokeness of the day. That is United Airlines. So United Airlines put out a video suggesting that they are going to ensure that half of their pilots are going to be women or people of color. Now, this is crazy. It is crazy because if there is one job in America, there are many jobs in America where skill should be like the sole qualifying detail. In fact, every job in America, I believe, skill should be the only qualifying detail. I don't think that race or sex or sexual, none of that should matter. Can you do the job is the only question I want answered in every job scenario. But if you're going to pick jobs where skill is like the only thing that matters, this would be one of them. Like, personal life experience does not matter when you're talking about can you land a plane safely. And this is like, to me, it's like a heart surgeon. Do I care about the personal life experiences of my heart surgeon? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But United has now made it its goal to say that 50% of its trained pilots are going to be women or people of color. So pilot Stacey Abrams on the line from United Airlines. Here we go from United Airlines.
Departure review, as we're looking at the plate, everything checks good. We're going to just nav it out. Then airplane set up for it to actually fly navigation all the way out for the hour nav departure.
By 2030, we plan to train 5,000 pilots. We plan for 50% of admitted students to be women or people of color.
They'll be ready to go in about.
Partner organizations will help identify and recruit top talent. And now they've been trying this in Silicon Valley for years. It turns out it's a giant fail. The reason it's a giant fail is because people are either qualified or unqualified to be engineers, and people are either qualified or unqualified to be pilots. If you are changing the qualifications from can you fly a plane to what color is your skin and do you have a vagina, although I understand that that is not even a qualification to be a woman anymore. So do you self-identify as a woman, or are you a person with more melanin in your skin? If those are your qualifications for your pilots, number one, you're going to be subjected to a discrimination lawsuit like nothing you've ever seen. And number two, I am never flying your airline. Are you out of your damned mind? Why would I get on a plane where the only thing I know about the pilot is that the pilot may have been selected? I have a 1 in 2 chance of having a pilot selected not on the basis of skill alone. That's crazy. I ain't flying that. You'd be crazy to fly that airline. What are you doing? What are you saying? I mean, Matt Walsh made the hilarious point. He said, it turns out that a certain percentage of Americans are blind, and a huge percentage of Americans are elderly. We should have a certain number. United needs to make sure that a certain number of pilots are qualified despite being blind and 100 years old. It needs to happen. Or alternatively, you could not collapse to the woke idiocy culture. But again, our corporate culture has decided that this is the wave of the future. They are going to be sorely mistaken. They are going to feel the backlash in a serious way, not just because people stop flying their airlines, but because competitors will arise who don't follow this garbage. Also because, again, your protectors on the corporate side should be neutral rules that foster free markets. That, of course, is where you succeeded in the first place. If you decide to undermine those neutral rules of free marketplaces by going for the corporatist, the corporatist crony capitalist dollars that the Democrats are offering you, get ready, man. They are not. This is so short-sighted. It is so unbelievably short-sighted. Mitch McConnell put that point out. He said, corporate America, you might want to not do this because there are going to be some consequences for you.
My warning, if you will, to corporate America is to stay out of politics. It's not what you're designed for. And don't be intimidated by the left into taking up causes that put you right in the middle of one of America's greatest political debates. So that's my admonition. And Delta and the other Coca-Cola and the other companies that basically responded to this partisan appeal are doing the same thing. Republicans drink Coca-Cola too.
Okay, and that of course is a paraphrase of a line that Michael Jordan once used in the 1990s, that Republicans buy sneakers too. It's true. We do. And I am not in favor of boycotts as a general rule. I think it's better if we are able to just patronize whichever businesses we think make the best products. But so long as they're going to spit in our face, well, there are going to be a lot of Republicans who say, nope, we're not doing that anymore. If Harry's Razors decides that it's going to withdraw advertising from some of our shows, well, get ready. We'll launch our razor brand, and then we'll go right after the same audience that you advertised in order to gain access to. Okay, this works both ways. They're going too far. The backlash is coming. I hope you enjoyed that clip from The Ben Shapiro Show. If you did, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you stay up to date on all of our future content.